You know, I still remember that day like it was yesterday, the kind of memory that sticks with you. No matter how much time passes sitting there in first class, my heart pounding with excitement for my first solo flight. Heading from Dallas to New York for this robotics summer camp I'd busted my butt to get into. And then bam, everything flips upside down when this flight attendant decides I'm not supposed to be there. My name's Jamal Thompson. I was just 12 back then. A kid with a backpack full of dreams and a tablet loaded with my latest coding projects. But to Derek Hayes, the guy in charge of first class on that Skyway Airlines flight, I guess I looked like troubler, maybe just out of place. You know, a young black boy in a seat usually reserved for folks who look nothing like me. It started subtle at first, him skipping my row during drink service, flashing these warm smiles to the white businessmen around me while barely glancing my way. But deep down, I felt that knot in my stomach, the one my mom, Lisa, had warned me about 100 times: be polite, keep your hands visible, don't argue. Even if you're right, because in her world, and now mine, you had to be twice as good just to be seen as equal. Anyway, we're cruising at altitude, and I'm staring out the window, mesmerized by the clouds, trying to ignore how Derek's treating me like I'm invisible, offering jacket hangs and refills to everyone else. But when I press the call button for some juice, he snaps back with this curt, "Service is over. Kid, you should have asked earlier." Even though he never did, and I can feel my cheeks burning, but I bite my tongue, remembering Mom's words. Then turbulence hits, nothing crazy, but my cup tips over, a little spill on the tray, and suddenly Derek's towering over me, hissing, "Look what you've done, you people always make a mess." The words landing like a punch, that coded crap, you know exactly what it means. And I'm frozen, heart racing, thinking don't react, don't give him a reason. But it escalates, him asking for napkins, him barking, "Stop harassing the crew, the buttons for emergencies only." And this lady across the aisle chimes in. He's just being polite. Given the napkins. But Derek shoots her this fake smile and turns back to me with pure venom in his eyes. By descent, it's boiling over. He demands my tablet, claiming some bogus rule for unaccompanied minors. And when I hesitate, because that's got all my robotics work, months of late nights tinkering, I hold on just a second too long, and he yanks it, shoving me back, the edge smashing into my jaw with this sickening crack that echoes through the cabin. Blood's pouring, pain exploding like fireworks, and I'm clutching my face, tears streaming, while Derek yells, "This passenger assaulted me," like I'm the villain here. Chaos erupts, passengers gasping, some shouting, "He hit the kid." And in that frozen moment, this woman stands up from the seat ahead, her voice slicing through the noise like a knife. "This ends now." Turns out she's Judge Sophia Grant, a federal judge heading back from a conference, and she'd been watching the whole thing, her instincts kicking in from years on the bench, spotting injustice a mile away. She positions herself between us, calls out, "Captain, emergency landing, we've got an injured child and a crew member out of line." And just like that, Derek's face goes pale, realizing he's messed with the wrong flight. We divert to Nashville, paramedics rush on, stabilizing my jaw broken in 3 places. They say, and as they're wheeling me out, Judge Grant's right there, whispering, "I saw it all. Kid, you did nothing wrong. I'll make sure justice happens." My parents' mom racing from Dallas, dad driving nonstop from New York arrive at the hospital in a panic. And that's when Skyway's suits show up, all polished sympathy, offering a fat settlement if we sign away our story, keep quiet. But Judge Grant warns us it's a trap, and enter attorney Marcus Hale, this sharp civil rights lawyer she calls in, who looks at their papers and laughs, actually laughs, saying, "You're not buying silence here. Folks, this is assault, discrimination, and we're taking it all the way." Turns out Derek had a history, buried complaints from other minority passengers, ignored because Skyway prioritized their image over accountability, that corporate machine grinding down anyone who didn't fit their premium mold. Things got ugly fast. Their PR machine cranks up, leaking fake stories about me being some troubled kid with behavior issues, digging up dirt on distant relatives, even fabricating school records to paint us as money grabbers. School becomes hell, bullies parroting the lies, mom gets passed over for promotions because distractions, dad's job suffers from all the back and forth, and I'm lying there with my jaw wired shut, unable to eat solids, nightmares replaying that crack, feeling like the world's against us. But here's where it turns. This teen was Kid, Alex Rivera, A fellow robotics fan following online spots the faked videos they're pushing, uses his tech skills to uncover an unedited live stream from another passenger, proving every bit of Derek's lies, showing me sitting still as a statue when he swung. We slapped that evidence in court. Judge Grant testifies with fire in her voice. I've seen cover-ups, but this is blatant, attacking a child to protect a bigot, and suddenly the DOJ's investigating Skyway's whole operation, revealing patterns of profiling, all rooted in their fear of losing that pristine reputation in a cutthroat industry. The hearings electric Skyway's lawyers squirming as we expose erased files, coached witnesses, their lead counsel stammering, "This is baseless." But the judge isn't having it, slamming down sanctions, referring them for ethics violations, and hitting them with a preservation order that freezes everything. Derek gets cut loose, pleads guilty to assault and rights violations, sentenced to time behind bars, and speaking gigs on why discrimination destroys lives. Ironic, right? And us? We win big millions in damages. But more than that, Skyway's forced into anti-bias training, diverse hiring, a public complaint database, sparking a nationwide review of airline policies for kids like me. A year later, I'm boarding another flight, this time for nationals and robotics, and the crew's wearing respect for all pins. The lead attendant, a black woman named Keisha, pulls me aside, says, "You changed everything. Kid, we were scared to speak up till you did." Looking back, it wasn't just about my broken jaw. It was the system trying to break my spirit, but standing firm turned pain into power, inspiring folks to call out BS when they see it. What do you think? Was it worth the fight? Or should we have taken the hush money? Drop a comment below. Share if you've faced something similar in your community. How do you handle it? Hit like if this story fired you up. Subscribe for more real talks on justice. And let's keep the conversation going, because your voice could be the one that ends the next injustice.